Yo, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning into the Mimse channel. And today we have this reaction video that we're gonna make, which is the Africa you don't see on TV, Ivory Coast, by my man's Wodemaya. So this guy, he's a fellow African brother, and he just travels around. He meets different entrepreneurs and people who are making a big difference in Africa, and he makes videos about them. Or he visits cities like this one, maybe I'm not sure. He visits cities and he shows us the beautiful places that we don't really see on TV. And a lot of things that they show about Africa in the media, that's not how really Africa is. They just they just shows you the poor parts, you know. Yeah. So, and this guy, he does the difference. He does the exact opposite, you know. Sometimes he does show, but all those people are entrepreneurs. He goes like to farms and stuff, and he makes videos asking those people how they started their farming journey, and to give tips to other people who want to be farmers in the future. And you know, we're gonna hop into this video. I'm really excited about this video right here, and we're gonna react to it. Without further ado, let's hop into this vid. Please watch the video all the way through. Côte d'Ivoire, la Côte d'Ivoire. Oh, nice, very beautiful. So he got his own drone up there recording. Whoa.
Welcome to Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire is the first producer of cocoa all around the world and home country to famous soccer player Didier Drogba.
Drogba, decent hit! Oh! Yes!
We're known for our vibrant culture, our wonderful dishes, and our beautiful beaches.
Bro. You know, but I was just talking about the food that they just showed. This is one
Known
of
for
the
our
African.
vibrant culture,
Nah, never mind. I'm just gonna tell you. You know.
our wonderful dishes.
See, acheke, fish, and we got some plantains. Yo, I really love me some plantains, bro.
And our beautiful beaches.
Oh, they got beautiful beaches, huh? West Africa. Oh, whoa, whoa.
We share borders with Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, and Guinea. We are holding the next African Cup of Nations starting next year in January 2024.
Oh, really?
Do not miss a chance to come and visit because this place has been one of the safest places to visit here in West Africa. We're currently in Abidjan, and Abidjan is the economic capital of Côte d'Ivoire. As we say here, Abidjan est le plus doux au monde, meaning Abidjan is the sweetest in the world.
So she speaks both French and English, and then probably one of the African languages. You know, like a lot of people in Africa, the majority of Africans speak more than one language. So, or maybe everyone speak more than one language. Nah, I wouldn't say everyone. Nah, yeah, almost everyone, the majority. Maybe the older people, because those people they were in a tribal environment. They grew up in a tribal, and so like there are multiple tribes, and every tribe just stick to their own culture and language. But now, we since we are colonized by the Europeans now, we just speak in the national language might be one of Europeans' languages, might be French, English, or Portuguese, or some Spanish, and then you speak another language, your tribal language. For me is Fulani, Guinea. Je viens de la Guinée et je parle aussi le français et encore je parle l'anglais. Tu vois, je connais un peu de soso ni fagamene dahat. Tu comprends? Si. This is loud though, I ain't gonna lie. Very loud.
Wow. Wow. Listen, I feel so ashamed that my neighboring country looks this beautiful and I never knew anything about it. I think you guys can blame me as much as you can because Ivory Coast or Abidjan is not what I expected. Listen, I've traveled across West Africa and I would say that hands down, this is the most developed country in West Africa. The roads.
Wow.
Cote d'Ivoire has really impressed me, and I'm not even gonna lie to you that this country got one of the best roads that I've seen in the whole of Africa. Listen, I'm not saying this to make the people of Ivory Coast be so happy, but the fact that I'm on my way to Yamoussoukro, which is more like 3 hours away from Abidjan, and the roads that I'm using is a double lane from Abidjan to Yamoussoukro. This is absolutely incredible. I mean, if a connectivity of a country works, if the road is better, definitely free movement of people within the country will not be a problem. You know what? Let's all do this, like this video, just to appreciate the people of Ivory Coast. I mean, a big round of applause, man. This is incredible. Wow. The real reason why I travel within Africa is to showcase the beauty of Africa that you all have never seen on TV, but most importantly, to educate you about our own various countries. You've been hearing Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, but do you know the origination of the name?
Cote d'Ivoire is Ivory Coast in English because of the ivory trade, the ivory of the elephants. When the Westerners came here, they traded ivory and they named it Ivory Coast because it was on the shores of Western Africa. So that's why we have Cote d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast.
As a Ghanaian traveling within this beautiful country, I found so many similarities between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire that made me question the origin of the people of Cote d'Ivoire. I even met people that interacted with me in a common language that we speak in Ghana, which is Tree. And to my surprise, they were Ivorians, thinking that they were Ghanaians. What can you No, we are Ghanaians, so we are Ivorians.
No,
Okay.
It's
a Ghanaian. It's a tree, no? It's a tree. Now Ivorian and another Ghanaian. Ivorian. Oh, wow. Is that a Kwaba?
Yes. Akwaba means, what is your tribe in Ghana?
I'm an Akan.
Akan. In Ivory Coast again, I am Akan.
Really?
Why? In Ivory Coast we have 4 big groups, but we have 62 tribes. First, Akan group. Most of them provide from Ghana. We have similar culture. For example, you use Kente,
Yeah.
we use Kita. Kita and Kente are similar, just the name we change. Do you understand?
Wow.
Do you understand?
I
what
really
say?
understand, yeah.
Okay. It's why now we use Akwaba again to say welcome.
You also say Akwaba, which
Yes,
is welcome.
and we have a place which is not far from the airport, which is called Akwaba.
Wow.
Yes. Do you know the queen Ablapoku?
No. So let's go back to history. In the 18th century, a queen named Ablapoku was born. She was the niece of the king Osei Tutu, the co-founder of the Ashanti Empire in Ghana. When the king died, a succession war broke out. Ablapoku's second brother, who was one of the heirs to the throne, was killed. Fearing for her life and family, Ablapoku fled. She led her people from modern-day Ghana to Ivory Coast around 1770, where she founded the Baole nation. It is believed that she sacrificed her son to the river so that her people could cross the river.
She arrived in front of a river and she sacrificed her baby and appeared a bridge of hippopotamus. And the people crossed over. And when they finished to cross, the bridge disappeared. And the Ashanti people returned. And she saved his people. Is why she called Bauli. Bauli, which means in Ashanti language, my son is dying.
Yeah.
Is why today we call them Bauli. And Bauli is the most important group of Ivory Coast.
And the bridge disappeared.
Believe me or not, the city of Abidjan really surprised
I don't know, maybe. I don't know, bro.
me. My goodness, look at this beauty. I really love how organized Abidjan is. Can you guys see what I'm saying? Look at this long stretch bridge connecting the city. The city got wide roads. Listen, very clean city.
The bridge disappeared. This guy.
But do you know where the
guy's
name
funny.
Abidjan came from?
Can't believe the bridge disappeared, bro.
This place is Place de la République.
Okay.
Yes, and this is the first place the colonizers see when they came in Abidjan.
Wow, I respect this. A lot of people in Cote d'Ivoire speak English,
Okay. So
even though it's a nationally French-spoken country. You know,
that's like
but
Abidjan, they were colonized by the French.
The French, yes.
So this is the first place that they came?
Yes, when they come in Abidjan. Abidjan is the third capital of Cote d'Ivoire. We have
the third, wow.
first Grand Bassam, secondly we have Béjaville, third Abidjan.
You see how she's I don't really know what they call it in English, but gorge en français, tu comprends? Français, elle gorge. Quand il a dit et trois, on a
And
braves.
why Abidjan? Where Abidjan comes from, the name.
The name, okay.
Yes. The French colonizers, when they arrived in this place, they saw a woman here. Yes, and they asked this woman, where are we? And she understand, what are you doing? And she answered, I'm going to cut leaves in my plantation. And the colonizers, the French, they understand here is Jambijan, because she said in the local language Jambijan. Jambijan means I'm going to cut leaves.
Oh,
Wow.
Jambijang.
Hence
Okay.
the name.
So they think, we are in Jambijan, so Abidjan. This is where Abidjan comes from.
Its
the
name.
Its name.
Abidjan. Abidjan. Understood. This is very nice. They have
Believe me or not,
buses.
Cote d'Ivoire got one of the best transportation system that I've seen across my journeys in Africa. The Ivorian BRT is definitely one of the best that I've seen in Africa. The buses look so new, it's affordable, well organized, and it's so beautiful to see the buses riding across the city. This is the kind of transportation that we need across the continent. And believe me or not, this is incredible, man. Tell me about the taxis in Ivory Coast.
Okay, for the taxis, there are two kind of taxis.
Okay.
There are the one that's the orange one. They can go like everywhere in Abidjan.
Wow.
But sometimes they have from every city in Abidjan they have different color. For example, for Yopougon, you have blue, like sky blue.
Okay.
And for Ajame, it's like yellow. And when you are in Makori, it's yellow or green. I don't remember because I'm not always in this kind of city. So
Okay.
this is why.
So does it mean that even within Abidjan,
Yeah.
different districts got different kind of taxes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every district in Abidjan have different colors.
Different colors.
Even for the market, the places, everything is different.
What about the buses?
Oh, for the buses, it's like everywhere the same color.
The same color.
You cannot
Is it affordable?
Yeah, kind of. It's affordable because when you are talking about taxis,
Yeah.
every district have its taxis.
Okay.
Just talk about it. But when you want to travel maybe from one place to another place, like the less is something like 200 CFA.
Wow.
200 CFA. But 200 CFA is not expensive.
Okay.
It's like small money.
Yeah.
For the buses, they are between 200 and 500. But 500 is like commonplace money. It's not so expensive.
Wow.
So we have people traveling from Yopougon to maybe Plateau or Makori. They prefer taking buses because buses would be like something like 500.
500.
But if they take taxis, they need to take 3 taxis. That would be 300, 200 and 300, something like 800 total. So they prefer the buses.
The buses are for the government.
Yeah, they're for the government.
That's incredible, man. Thank you so much for talking to me.
It's okay.
Wow.
I love the fact that they also keep the city clean. Wherever you go in the city, you will see refuse dump like this. I don't know if you guys can check around me, my whole leg. It's super clean. So as soon as you're done with whatever you're doing, you just put it right in here. You don't think that's incredible? You know, some of you don't even use your refuse dump, but they use it in Ivory Coast. Abidjan is the most popular city among all the cities in Cote d'Ivoire. But since I'm here, I just want you all to know that there is more to Cote d'Ivoire. Welcome to Yamoussoukro, the home of the first president of the Republic of La Cote d'Ivoire, Felix Houphouët-Boigny.
That's his house?
This is the largest church in the world.
In the world?
Bigger
Is he
than
serious?
the St. Peter Basilica in Rome.
Oh, he said Rome.
It's been built by the first president of
Or
our
is it
country,
just a
Cote
replica?
d'Ivoire, from 1986 to 1989. It took 3 years to build the basilica. And the capacity of the church is almost 20,000 people. They can gather and pray God here. And the width is 150 meters. And the basilica in Roma is only 115 meters. I'm still here exploring the second capital and also the second largest city in Ivory Coast. Should I say Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire?
We have to say Cote d'Ivoire from now on.
Why not Ivory Coast?
Because the president, when you go to people starting translating the language, so when you go to English speaking country, they say Ivory Coast, and then when you go to Spain,
Yeah.
they say Costa de Marfil, because it's like coast of ivory. That's the initial origin of the name. So every language starting translated the country name into the languages. So at some point the president says stop it. We just have to say Côte d'Ivoire.
Bienvenue la Côte d'Ivoire.
Exactly. Bienvenue en Côte d'Ivoire.
Oh, bienvenue en Côte d'Ivoire. You know what? We are at Yamoussoukro.
Exactly.
And
En
where are
Côte
we right
d'Ivoire
now?
ou bien au Côte
This
d'Ivoire?
is behind me. This is the best and the biggest university in Côte d'Ivoire.
Bienvenue en Côte d'Ivoire ou bien bienvenue au Côte
Smart
d'Ivoire?
students after high
Au
school, they
Côte
come here. We have a
d'Ivoire.
different university, different department and faculties inside.
The biggest.
The biggest.
I guess everything in Yamoussoukro is big and wide, based on first impression. Number one, the road, yes, is wide. I mean, I've traveled across West Africa, and this city got one of the widest roads that I've ever seen. And I feel like the city was so planned.
Exactly. The city has been drawn.
Yeah,
This is very beautiful.
Drawn
This is
the
a
city
beautiful
prepared
country.
before building it,
I'm
because the
serious.
president wanted like a nice city, an organized city where everyone will feel good. So you see the road, you see the house, you see everything was planned.
that's how they built Abuja.
Exactly.
But when I came here, I see it's a bit deserted. More like there are not many people here.
Yeah, the thing is, people still want to live in Abidjan because they think that there are a lot of things in Abidjan to do, because the money is in Abidjan, the economic capital is Abidjan. So
Would you
everyone
ever
wants to
stay here?
there. I think I'll stay here, but even if I stay here, all my businesses are in Abidjan. So I will need to go to Abidjan more often. That's why most people stay in Abidjan, but then they come to Yamoussoukro during the weekend. You see, Yamoussoukro is calm, is greener, so people come to rest and spend good time in family and everything.
Second thing is that the biggest church in the world is far
So Yamoussoukro is like the suburbs and Abidjan is the city.
out here.
Exactly. Notre-Dame de la Paix in French,
Notre-Dame de la Paix.
or
Okay.
Our Lady of Peace in English, is here. It's been built by the first president of Côte d'Ivoire, Félix Houphouët-Boigny.
Whoa!
Definitely, this is not your everyday Africans that you see on TV. The ones that you see house flies on their faces. See, these are young kids in Africa enjoying themselves, exercising, playing basketball. This is definitely what the media will never show you. And that's why I am here to let you know that this is also Africa. You all know that I prefer food over women in any country that I go to. Hence,
You said food over women.
I cannot be in Ivory Coast without trying the most popular dish in this country.
Achike.
Welcome to Ivory Coast, the home of authentic achake.
So this is actually how we eat breakfast here in Abidjan.
This is
Breakfast?
This is breakfast.
This is a typical West Africa, man.
It's not only breakfast, because we eat it all day.
Yo, if you eat this, you're like, hey, that's me. I swear.
You know, in the morning, at lunchtime, for snack, in the evening, at nighttime. So this is the most affordable food in Côte d'Ivoire.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very affordable with, like, let's say
So it's more affordable than rice.
half of a euro, like $half you can eat here. Like the fish doesn't cost very much, and the achike also is good. So it's mostly achike, which is made from cassava.
Okay.
It's a kind of cassava couscous, only made in Côte d'Ivoire. But then all the Chinese starting, making them.
Only made in Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, only made in Côte d'Ivoire so far. So we eat it with tuna fish.
I've seen
So
some
it's
slices of pepper.
Pepper, so then we add all the pepper and some vegetables.
Wow.
We try to put it. So
Yo, this is very, very good food. Even this, we eat this a lot in Guinea too, but Yeah, its origin is from Ivory Coast, but seems like they eat that way more than we do. I feel like, yeah, I feel like in Guinea it's mostly rice, but here it's acheke.
So
But acheke is very good,
we have
man.
the paper we eat. You have to eat it with a lot of pepper.
A lot of pepper.
A lot of pepper. So I hope you guys love pepper.
This is a typical breakfast in Ivory Coast, man.
Yeah.
Just come along with us, man. Let's get to see what they eat in Ivory Coast.
So one of the things we eat in the morning.
Yeah, but I love the fact that everyone is here. You know,
Yeah,
everyone
you
is
see
here for the
so much
breakfast.
people, so many
That's so
people
cool.
here.
And whenever I go back to visit Guinea, I gotta visit Senegal, gotta visit Ivory Coast and Sierra Leone. I ain't gonna lie. That is a must.
When I say semoule, you know what is semoule?
I said, minimum.
Or when I say cassava couscous.
You guys don't have rice.
No rice today. We eat atike.
You eat first.
No, I will show you how to eat it. You guys are super hungry. Wait first. So what you do? What you do? You take the atike. No, let's take the fish first. I'll take the fish first. Actually, you have to mix everything together. Take the fish. You put it in the atike.
Oh.
It's hot. It's hot. Be careful.
I put it in my mouth.
You take the vegetables, a lot of pepper, and you take everything like this. You see?
That's now we eat this, bro.
What you do?
Okay, so I take the fish first.
No.
And I take that.
Take everything. Pepper.
At least everyone should have their own plate.
Pepper. Yes.
Not too much fish pepper. Don't die here.
And then you go for. It's like you're eating
Yeah,
with
make it
your
whole.
whole.
Yeah, you have to eat the whole thing.
A big.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even use his hands. He doesn't even know, bro. That's no, bruh.
How is it? He's trying to.
You have to breathe, yeah. It's very hard to breathe when you're.
But the combination is sick, man.
Yeah. It's good. So you have to take the combination because if you take only the atike is very bitter. You say you're not going to it's sour. Yeah, thank you, it's sour.
Yeah.
So you're not going to feel it. You have to take all the combination to be able to feel it.
Now that my stomach is super full, it's about time to dance the food off. But do you all know that Ivory Coast is one of the best places to have fun in Africa? If you've heard it, that's a good one. But listen, whenever you want to have fun in Cote d'Ivoire, never go to Abidjan. Neither do you have to go to Yamoussoukro. But this is a secret and you gotta take it from me. Choose Assini as the place to enjoy whenever you are in Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh, DJ Arafat. Message para DJ Arafat.
This is so beautiful, man. It gives me a vibe of Adam in Ghana. You see, this is a lagoon right in front of me. And I love the fact that there are coconut ahead. So you got a lagoon, the coconut, and the ocean right over there. That's incredible stuff. This is the Africa that you all have not been seeing on TV. This is one of the best places to, live your best life. Let me show you something. One of the coolest things I'm seeing in here, you see the chalet? The chalet is right on top of the water, right? So as soon as you come out of your roof, you just get the view of the what? You just get the view of the lagoon. But in case you're a big fan of speedboat, brother, this is your speedboat right here. Have fun in here. Why are you not visited Ivory Coast yet? What is preventing you? The language should not prevent you. Come and explore this beautiful country, just like the way I'm exploring. Oh my goodness, look at them. Are you guys in Miami?
Seems like we are.
Are you in Miami?
We are.
Are you guys in Miami?
Well, I'm shocked by how many people speak English.
This is Africa, Miami. This is the Africa of Miami. No. This, I want to say Miami.
That's Mamifka.
Because this is natural.
Yes.
I love it.
That's it. That's what you need to remember.
You moved to Ivory Coast now.
Yes,
After all the countries that you've been to, you decided to settle in this country.
yes. I've been to more than 21 countries in Africa.
So can we skip to the good part?
Wait! No. Bring the beat back.
Next time I'm gonna be 29 so that I can beat you. I say it again. I say it again for the day it's gonna happen. So you think you're gonna beat me, but I'm a better traveler than you.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, I've been traveling in so many countries in Africa.
Yeah.
I've started at 18 years old with my first country, Ghana. And the last 2 years I've been traveling alone, completely alone, in more than 15 countries. Okay? And I decided to, set up here in Ivory Coast, to live here in Abidjan.
Why Abidjan?
Because the first thing I realized when I was traveling was that traveling and living in a country is totally different. For example, you told me one day that your best country in Africa is Namibia, right?
Exactly.
But I don't know for you, but maybe you don't see yourself living in Namibia.
Okay.
It's different, you know.
Yeah.
You live in Accra and you know how it's Accra and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And my top destination in Africa may not be Abidjan,
Okay.
but living here, it's the perfect place for me.
Why you chose to live here?
First of all, I'm alone. I'm a solopreneur. Abidjan in the Francophone zone, to me, is like the number one when you're an entrepreneur, because there's so many people creating stuff like creative, entrepreneur, rental,
Retail business.
Yeah, all those stuff. So you meet so many people that encourage you to do stuff and that motivating you to do stuff.
Yeah.
And I was working in Paris, in La Défense, big business center in Paris.
Okay.
And I was in a company, so I had colleagues. So a lot of other people doing like me. But as a solopreneur, I need other people doing like me in a big area, and this is Abidjan to me. And it's different to other capital cities in Africa, like Cotonou or other. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not entrepreneur over there, but the energy of creating, of impacting is way used here in Abidjan. That's why I'm here.
How long have you been in Ivory Coast?
3 to 4 years. I've been in
4
Ivory
years.
Coast, yeah.
How's life in Ivory Coast?
Oh, life is good. Life is good in Ivory Coast. Yeah.
I was shocked to see Ivory Coast this beautiful.
Yeah. That's how it is, because if you're in Ghana, you don't know it that way. But unless you are here, when Ghana is just here, Ghana is our neighboring country, just close here. But when you are talking, no one will understand you, because it's just here. And Ivory Coast experienced war a few years back, and everyone is aware of it. But after the war, even after war, you can even see. You check around, you can see. Yeah, even after all those wars, you can see there's vast difference. You can compare to Ghana.
Everything.
Yeah, life, just normal life. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
You're living your best life in
living
here,
your
man.
best life
You're not coming back to Ghana?
I used to